Why did we change our name from Your Auto Advocate, which I will always think of you as my auto advocate, to YAA?
Yours. Well, there are a myriad of reasons.
Pops, I wanted to do a video today. What is YA? I knew you were going to say that.
It's the fastest growing Swedish software automotive. It's not.
Swedish. So if you're unfamiliar with
Yes.
YAA, that's what this video is going to be. We're going to explain why we changed our name from Your Auto Advocate to YAA. And also, we're going to flex on them a little bit. Wow! I don't even think I have that, but... Maybe, no, you're just big. Okay, we're going to flex on them a little bit. We're going to explain what the heck we've got going on in terms of what we sell nowadays.
Yes.
And what's coming up in the future.
Okay.
Why did we change our name from Your Auto Advocate, which I will always think of you as my auto advocate, to YAA?
Yours. Well, there are a myriad of reasons, but
the big one was.
But the big one was that somebody else trademarked the name. Damn it! And
Yeah.
you know, if you're gonna have a business and you're gonna grow the business, as somebody once said, well, you might as well own the name of the business that you're trying to grow, and you didn't.
Yeah. So I'm pretty green when it comes to running a company.
Yeah.
I did have my Pooper Scooper company. You remember you helped me
Yes.
print out flyers
Yes.
back when I was 12 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I was going around the neighborhood.
Yeah, and
So
there
that's
was
one.
and there was nobody that at that time had trademarked that name,
No.
or that cared that there was a 12-year-old in North Scottsdale that
Doing that,
wanted
yeah.
to pick up poop in people's yards.
Then there was...
Let me ask you a question. The people that said no, did you take the poop you picked up from other
Okay.
people's yards and throw it in theirs?
Then there was in college, I started a protein powder supplement
Yes.
company.
What's your stack?
Jim Bro was the name,
Yes.
yeah. And I documented all this back on my website. Your business acumen, you had a Golf USA store and went
That went bankrupt. Yeah.
So
I have no real business acumen.
So when we started Your Auto Advocate,
Yeah.
there was no trademark later on. There was a trademark, someone who's been operating under that business, very local, but they have a federal trademark for over a decade.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can really do about that except for try and sign some sort of agreement that you can use it together, and we did the best we could there. But we
Yes.
need to change the name. So we wrote this whole long thing back on the YA community, but that was the primary reason.
Yes.
And also, in going through the process of trying to figure out, well, what's the new name going to be, it opened up some opportunities because you and I had talked about what we're doing right now, advocacy for the car buying process.
Mm-hmm.
There is potential. It's not something we're focused on today, but there is potential to provide advocacy for other things.
for other consumer issues.
Like, there's a lot of information asymmetry out there that doesn't really benefit the person who's, writing the checks,
Yeah.
but it does benefit the business. And what if we could provide similar services to what we provide now, but for other industries?
Yes.
And so that was a benefit, actually, of this happening now, because if your name is Your Auto Advocate, you're kind of tied to being your...
Auto advocate.
And we don't want to necessarily just
No.
be Your Auto
So
Advocate.
what did we change the name to?
YAA, which stands for...
For Your Advocate Alliance.
He came up with it.
I'll be a son of a gun, so that we eventually in time can pull in other advocates from other consumer-related industries.
Real
that we-
estate, personal finance. It could even be like
insurance,
healthcare.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so
whatever
many
it is,
things.
and so that we can help people navigate those purchases as well. So the hope is that eventually we can be more than just Your Auto Advocate. We can be Your Advocate Alliance, and you know that when you need somebody on your side, you can turn to us.
And that is the, I hate to use this word because we're not in college or in a university setting, but that's the thesis for the business, right? Like the idea for the business is
Yes.
that someone will actually pay for someone to support them, someone with subject matter expertise, someone with the skills and resources available to them to actually help them.
Yes.
Rather than do things for free, but then know that their information is being sold to a bunch of different people and that really no one has their best interest in mind. They just have their own interest, which is generating profit.
Yes.
Like the thesis for the business is that people will pay YAA for access to the education that we provide, although we give a heck of a lot of it here on YouTube, which is fun and rewarding.
Yes.
The tools and resources we build, like the market price report we have back on the website. The community that we're able to build so we can connect people together so
Yes.
that they can help one another.
And
The
they are.
partnerships we're able to forge, for example, working with AUL to vet their extended warranty products to make sure that we're selling them at a fair price rather than an egregiously marked up price. There's a future where we could be doing loan origination
Yes.
and finance. So through our partnerships. And the fifth thing, through legitimate one-to-one advocacy. If you're not familiar, and you can go back and watch some of our original videos, the business originally was a broker. Like, you called us and we would buy a car for you, and literally
we would
negotiate.
Yes,
for you. Yeah, you
on
still
your
bought
behalf.
the car.
We wouldn't actually buy the car, but we would do all the damn legwork.
And the reason I bring that up is because that is one-to-one advocacy as far as it can go without
Yes.
becoming like a registered car dealer, right?
Yes.
Providing that is really difficult in terms of scaling it, having enough people on staff. Like, you and I went crazy trying to do it. We had hundreds of people pay us, and we refunded hundreds of people because we couldn't do it. But where we are now, Dad, we have live chat.
Yes.
You literally have, and part of what we're doing is we're staffing up on and training auto advocates who are there on the live chat to answer your questions. The thesis of the business is that someone will pay for that solution rather than use, and I'm not throwing shade at anything, but using, you know, listing websites that then you press the button and it shoots your info out to all the like. Pay for support versus just using the status quo.
We're not shipping people's information off to others.
No, of course
We're not a lead generator for auto dealers.
No.
No. Okay. I didn't think.
And
we
the
were.
thing is, that thesis, that concept could apply to other areas as well. It's a blessing in disguise that this happened when it did.
Yes.
That's why we've pivoted.
You can say that now, but I don't think you would have said that in March.
No, I was stressed out beyond belief. Of
Yeah.
course I was stressed out.
Yeah.
I hope it didn't come through in any of the videos, but of course I was stressed out. Like, I thought that everything that we'd worked on for the past year, 13, 14 months was
At
about
that
to,
time, yeah.
you know, go away. And fortunately, it's not. And you know, it was only very recently that we learned about the issue at hand anyway. All that being said,
Yes.
that's why we're YAA. What we're working on and what we're providing now, that auto advocate on demand, you saw one of the most recent success stories from Paul back in the YA community.
Yes.
He used every single thing that we could provide. He watched our
Yeah.
videos about market updates. He ran market price reports. He was in the community. He then used the live chat. He connected with Justice, who asked him questions.
Yeah. He found that the phone a friend
Yes, he said,
aspect
yeah.
of it, works.
Dad, when I saw his success story, that was the epitomization. That was the manifestation. That was everything that I've ever wanted this to be. It all happened.
The way it was supposed to.
And it was beautiful. And so I'm just really proud of where we've gotten to. And there's a heck of a lot more work to do.
Yes.
And more things that we are working on, obviously.
I would hope.
But I just wanted to take a moment. I mean, this is, I think, a big step for us.
Yes.
And I'm really impressed and proud of how we've handled it, and also where we are now and how we're able to help people.
The only thing I'm thankful for is that you actually listened to me when I said, don't worry, honey, it'll all get worked out. It's going to take time,
Yeah.
but it'll get worked out.
There were a lot of pseudo-therapy sessions between you and me.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's still working out, and we're still
Yes.
making progress.
Yes, absolutely. But
Anything else you want to share about this, Pops?
we're in this for the long haul. That's it.
Want to go for a walk, work on your exercise, keep you around a long time?
You're in for the long haul.
If you got questions, if you've got comments, thoughts, concerns, comments down below. Also back on the YA community. We
Yes.
love seeing all the posts there. It's popping off. I can't think of a different term to describe what's going on in the community, but
It's
we love to see it
blowing
there.
up.
Popping off, blowing up.
Yeah, it's blowing up. It's blowing up.
Thanks for your time, Dad.
Thank you, honey.